1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister in a high-level emergency meeting in Lahore today discussed solution to the issue of power load shedding in the country. The United States Ambassador to Islamabad says his country enjoys long-standing partnership and rich history of relations with Pakistan. President says a peaceful settlement of Kashmir issue in accordance with the United Nations resolutions is inevitable for regional peace. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian government has decided to create 8 high militarized safe zones for Kashmiri Pandits on the pattern of Israeli colonial settlements. A 2-day Organization of Islamic Cooperation conference on mediation starts in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia tomorrow. The UN Security Council has welcomed the recent extension of the truce between Yemeni government and the Houthis. The third and last one-day international between Pakistani women and Sri Lankan women will be played in Karachi tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif chaired a high-level emergency meeting in Lahore today to discuss solution of power load shedding in the country and problems being faced by the people in general and business community in particular. Federal ministers and high officials attended the meeting. Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif says development of Pakistan is linked with peace, stability and progress of Balochistan. In a series of tweets today, he said the coalition government aims to assist Balochistan by working with the provincial government and local elders to chart the way forward. The Prime Minister said during the visit to Gwadar, he witnessed how the PTI government miserably failed the people of the area. He said despite wasting billions of rupees and precious time, it could not complete any project for the resolution of water and electricity issues for the locals who gave great sacrifices for Gwadar port. The Prime Minister said same holds true for Gwadar seaport and construction of Gwadar airport. He said no dredging was carried out at seaport and thus no large cargo ship can be anchored. Shahbaz Sharif said he has ordered quick completion of Gwadar University, airport and installation of desalination plant for clean drinking water. Minister for Defence Khwaja Mohammad Asif says inimical forces are now targeting the constitutional process to sabotage the development projects. Speaking at a ceremony in Sialkot today, he said the PTI chairman Imran Khan is using the resources of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa government for his personal and political activities. Khwaja Asif said the PTI legislators have not resigned yet and they want to return to the assembly. He said Imran Khan is hiding in Peshawar after destroying the economy of the country. The United States Ambassador to Pakistan, Donald Blum, has said Pakistan and the US have a long-standing partnership and rich history of relations. According to a video message on Twitter, he said, "We are proud of our long-standing partnership with Pakistan and our relationship began 75 years ago, shortly after Pakistan gained its independence." Donald Blum said, "We live today in a world full of challenges and we can address those challenges most effectively by working together side by side." The ambassador further said he looks forward to deepening the connections between the Pakistani and American people, which have a rich history and an even brighter future. He also expressed interest in exploring Pakistan from Karachi to Gwadar, Peshawar to Gilgit-Baltistan and all places in between. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. President Dr. Arif Alvi says a peaceful resolution of the Kashmir issue in accordance with the United Nations resolutions is inevitable for regional peace. In a statement today, strongly condemning the killing of 10 youth in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the President said Indian occupation forces had been targeting innocent youth on the pretext of carrying out so-called search operations. Arif Alvi called upon the international community to take notice of gross human rights violations in the Held Valley and demanded Indian government to immediately stop its grave human rights violations. President Alvi observed that India could not suppress Kashmiri struggle for their right to self-determination with such atrocious tactics. He said these inhuman acts of terror have exposed the extremist face of Hindutva. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their unabated acts of state terrorism have martyred 910 children during the last 33 years. A report released by the research section of Kashmir Media Service said the killing of civilians by the troops rendered 107,860 children orphaned in the territory during the period. Jammu and Kashmir Democratic Political Movement, in a statement in Srinagar, called upon the United Nations bodies and human rights organizations working for the protection of children to come forward and save the Kashmiri children from the Indian state terrorism. Meanwhile, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred one more Kashmiri youth during a cordon and search operation in Rishipura area of South Kashmir's Islamabad district. Narendra Modi-led fascist Indian government has decided to create 8 highly militarized safe zones in the Muslim-majority Kashmir Valley for the Kashmiri Pandits on the pattern of Israeli colonial settlements. On the other hand, 2 non-Kashmiri laborers were injured in a grenade blast in Aglar Zainapura area of Shopian district. A joint Kashmiri and Sikh protest in front of the Indian Consulate General in Chicago City in the United States has vehemently denounced the unjust life sentence given to Kashmiri leader Yasin Malik by an Indian court. A large number of people belonging to Kashmiri and Sikh communities carrying placards and banners shouted slogans against the Indian government's shabby tactics and genocide of the minorities. The speaker said Yasin Malik's only crime is that he had been fighting for the just cause of freedom of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Saudi Arabia will host a 2-day fourth Organization of Islamic Cooperation Conference on mediation tomorrow. The conference, titled Experiences and Prospects, will be organized by the Saudi Ministry of Foreign Affairs in collaboration with the OIC in Jeddah. The conference aims to enhance OIC's role in the field of maintaining regional and global peace and security, as well as creating a new mechanism for mediation using OIC's capacities and capabilities to resolve conflicts. This conference is expected to discuss innovative ways and new roles for the OIC to participate in mediation efforts to prevent and resolve conflicts. The Council of OIC Foreign Ministers in its recent Islamabad session had passed a resolution on strengthening the capacity of the OIC in mediation efforts, emphasizing the need to mainstream mediation in OIC's scope of work and activities. The UN Security Council has welcomed the extension of the truce between the Yemeni government and the Houthis, which was agreed a day earlier. In a joint statement, Council members reiterated their appreciation of the steps taken by all sides to uphold the truce, which began on April 2nd and has now been extended for another 2 months. In Iraq, security forces killed 13 Daesh terrorists during a series of operations in the province of Kirkuk. The counterterrorism forces also found a number of caches containing weapons, explosives, and communication devices during the operations in the Hamreen mountain range in northern Diyala and a village in Kirkuk. And now cricket. The third and last one-day international of the 3-match series between Pakistani women and Sri Lankan women will be played in Karachi tomorrow. The match will start at 9 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Pakistani women have already won the series by 2-0. And finally, we have the weather report for you. Mainly very hot and dry weather is expected in most plain areas of the country during the next 12 hours. However, light rain with thunderstorm is likely at isolated places in Gilgit-Baltistan and Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. To end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister in a high-level emergency meeting in Lahore today discussed solution to the issue of power load shedding in the country. The United States ambassador to Islamabad says his country enjoys long-standing partnership and rich history of relations with Pakistan. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.